Danny Schaefer. He's an idiot.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Denny and Sharon podcast.
Right off the bat, people.
Love it. They're excited for us.
Friday.
The DennyRadio FriYay podcast. Number 44. I already said that. I just kicked the cat. All right. Yes, get out of here. We're broadcasting. Get out of here.
Is that the official name?
DennyRadio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were we going to take a vote or something?
Nobody voted. So
We didn't take a vote.
I thought I said what? Not this podcast. Maybe Mondays. Said, hey, which one do you like? You like DennyRadio, Sharon? I'll do whatever. I don't care, man. I'm just glad to be here on Funky FriYay, and we got a lot of stuff to cover. And we're going to start out with a trivia question.
Wait.
From what?
Are you a Spurs fan? Oh my gosh, I don't even have a microphone.
Helps if you, yeah. Well,
Are you a Spurs fan?
I like the Spurs. You know, I like Victor Wembanyama, and I hope that he gets healthy and he can play. And their coach is kind of awesome. Pops. Why?
Because he is no longer head coach of the Spurs, transitioning full-time to team president.
Yeah, he's getting on. As your dad would say, he's long in the tooth. And he is, he's had some health issues. I don't even think he coached part of this season. I think he stepped down. I don't know. I don't follow the Spurs. But do we have to start with basketball?
No.
Okay, good. Let's start with a trivia question.
Okay. What nostalgic kids party staple was originally invented to be a medical product in the 1960s?
A sleeky.
So you have 30 seconds to type in your answer in the comments.
Don't look.
Looking online.
Cheaters.
That includes you. So what nostalgic, really based toward kids, party staple was originally invented to be a medical product in the 1960s?
Okay, so a party staple, that would be...
You got to just think about it. Just think about it.
I'm trying to think. A party staple would be cake, candles, blowing things. That stuff. I can't imagine any of that.
Okay, you got 30 seconds. Here's John.
All right, there you go. When I watch John Castillo's video, it makes me long to be there, all spread out for all you people to cry over. And he also makes it look fun because, they celebrate life at Castillo Funeral Home. So, and all of you that are watching are going to be there someday when I'm, in the box, laying there. You'll all be sad.
Oh, Michelle's saying that John's music is loud.
It's always loud?
Yep.
All right, well.
Too loud, she said. So loud.
Okay. Well, that could be the way it was recorded, maybe. But we will fix that, Michelle.
Okay, so here is the trivia question, y'all. What nostalgic kids party staple was originally invented to be a medical product in the 1960s?
How about the stethoscope?
Michelle.
That's my guess.
That's a party staple? How many parties are you at that there's a stethoscope?
Well, when you're kids, you play doctor. That's a party.
Michelle is guessing Play-Doh.
Play-Doh?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see.
But that's just a toy. Is that necessarily a party staple? I don't know.
Nurse Terry is on Instagram. She's guessing it's balloons. Shout out to Terry, Eric, Jerry Eversman.
Jerry.
Carol Channing Curtis. She watched the whole podcast on Wednesday on Instagram. Joey Hooven also watching on Instagram.
By the way, I got to give a shout out to Super Cooch because he had surgery yesterday. Okay. Surgery on his shoulder. His ice machine doesn't work, so he's in pain.
I thought you were taking him yours.
I asked him if he wanted it. He said no. Well, he has the other machine for Kathy when she had her knee done. But anyway, he's in a lot of pain. And where is he today at 12:05? Watching our podcast. Cooch, you are an awesome friend.
All right. So we got balloons, we have Play-Doh, we have a stethoscope. Right?
That's all I got.
All right.
You want to take that thing down?
No, I don't. I love to, because I created it. I want to leave it up there.
Okay.
Okay. The answer is silly string.
Silly string.
Silly string.
How was that used in the medical world?
It was originally by a chemist, Robert Cox, and inventor Leonard Fish, set out to create an instant spray-on cast for broken bones.
Huh.
During their experiments, which included testing upward of 500 different spraying vessels, they discovered the material could be sprayed in long, sticky strands from a certain pressurized can. They saw the potential in their silly substance and brought it to the California toy company, Whammo.
Whammo.
Let's see. The meeting didn't go exactly as planned. They excitedly demonstrated the spray to and on the Whammo employee and were subsequently asked to leave.
Oh, okay.
The following day,
Cause
however,
problems.
the eager inventors were asked to send 24 cans to Whammo for a second look. Despite being reformulated over the years to comply with changing regulations, notably the 1978 U.S. ban on Freon as a propellant, which don't we get that in our
refrigerator?
No, in our old AC unit.
Oh, yeah, that's where it is.
Yeah. Charge $100 or something like that.
Crazy expensive.
Silly string has remained a staple on store shelves ever since. And according to Robert P. Cox 2008 obituary, he couldn't help but feel a little bit frustrated that all of his endeavors, it was his silliest invention that ultimately took off.
And it's still around.
So there you go.
What's his last name?
So there you go. So there was a chemist
I didn't catch his last
an
name.
inventor.
I didn't catch
Okay.
the
Anyway,
okay. Never mind.
Nurse Terry is saying, hi, Eric. Pray for your recovery.
Yes.
Let's see. They do. Nurse Terry also said, never would have thought silly string. They do use balloons in the medical field. Eric said, worse things going on in the world than my issues. God bless you guys.
That's true. And he's got pain meds. So, woohoo.
Yeah. Nurse Terry, her daughter Michaela graduates tomorrow from BGSU. So congratulations to Michaela. That's awesome.
So exciting. Yeah. That's good for her.
Yeah.
Yan Anthony's there. He didn't have a last name. Yeah, she avoided
Thank
that.
you. Yep.
She avoided that.
I sure did. All right. Here is today's podcast topic, just to get your brain cells moving.
What is your best, I say it wrong, on porpoise?
Porpoise? See what you did there? Do you want to tell people what that exactly means?
Yeah, just how you say things. You know, the internet went nuts and people say things intentionally. Like I used to say it on the air all the time, and I still do. Yeah, I'm up on the Facebook because I know it irritates people. So I say that.
Really?
So I've got more. And hopefully you guys have some and you'll put them in the comments. I see our comments are a little light. Of course, it is Friday.
Irregardless. Tommy.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of them, Tommy. People use it.
Isn't it the opposite of regardless?
No, you don't say it's just regardless. There's no such word as irregardless. Just regardless of what you think.
Irritating.
Somebody would say irregardless of what you think. Well, it's regardless.
You know what one of my all-time is with you?
Oh, here it is. We're already jumping in. I thought we had
No. I know. Yes.
Good. No,
this is
I want
just an
these.
example.
Bring it.
Yeah, I know. You
I
want
know
them
which one it is. I know which one it is, but go ahead.
Well, I only have two. Which one do you think it is?
It has something to do with a food item. She hates this with a passion.
Sandwich. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
What'd you say?
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Ugh.
Make me a sandwich, woman. That was one of mine that I had because I know it irritates her, so I do it. I think I'm going to make me a sandwich, and I know it irritates her. I don't even know where that came from, but I know
Your sister Mary says it.
Does she?
Yes.
Maybe that's where I got it.
It's
or she got it from me. I don't know.
Your family.
Could be a Schaefer thing.
Yeah. So anyway, be thinking about that, people, in comments. In the comments.
Hey, there's Wayne. Inside Out Wayne. He's watching. Howdy, guys.
Happy
What's up,
Friday. Let's see here.
Oh my gosh, Michelle. My
moth
moth says that. Wait a minute. You have a pet moth that can talk?
Wow.
That's
Girl,
amazing.
you should be viral and making all kinds of money.
Exactly. Check out Michelle's moth.
Could you see a little moth talking?
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, fat damn fingers. Don't think so. I think you're actually playing along.
No, I think you have a moth that can talk.
Okay. So yesterday, real quick before we get into the topic,
Okay.
I know you had a busy day.
I did.
You are back with Claudia.
I am. We're doing the Good Health by Claudia podcast starting next Tuesday.
Can I just say, like, she lights up a room. She not
does.
only lights up a room, but she smells up a room with just such good, like,
Karma, vibe, energy.
oils, soaps,
Well, yeah,
deodorants, whatever. I mean, you can smell it's like spring air.
It is. Me, not so much, but Claudia smells great. And she's awesome. And I'm excited to be back doing that.
Yeah. I think we should have her on a few of our own to
We can do
talk
that.
about.
Well, you know what?
things.
We were talking about menopause.
Yeah.
And you said, yeah, I want to do that,
Mhm.
but I got to get somebody on. She
No,
is
I
a
know.
holistic
Her.
doctor.
I know.
And she knows what's up on menopause
What's
because,
up?
she and I are virtually the same age. So been there, done that, maybe still doing it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have her on.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so when you oh my gosh, Mary.
There it
see?
is. I don't say sandwich. I say sandwich. You must have mixed me up with somebody else.
You missed.
Say
Missed have mixed me up.
you missed.
Mhm.
I think she's being funny.
Look,
funny.
happy Friday,
Hi, Dave.
Okay, so I went to Costco because I bought
Glasses.
these frames a year and a half ago, had to upgrade to a stronger prescription for my lenses. Well, I busted my brand new pair of frames, which the frames today are more expensive than the entire frames and lenses that I paid for back in 2023.
That's
Anyway,
because the tariffs of Trump. Thanks, Donald.
no, it's not.
It is. It's the tariffs.
No, it's not. Anyway, so I walk in, and who's standing behind the counter?
Daniel,
Daniel
my man.
and Julie.
I'm not
Julie-
familiar with Julie, but
Julie
Daniel.
helped me. Julie helped me, and she is just as great as Daniel. So the A team standing behind the counter, I walk up, and as I'm approaching, I have my second pair of glasses on with the weaker, and Daniel goes, "Oh my gosh, I love those as regular glasses. We only sell them usually as sunglasses." And I said, "I know, but it's because this girl right here, Julie, my girl, sold me the second pair, and they were my Jackie O glasses."
Oh, yeah, I like those.
So then, of course, I had to tell him, that I was your wife and all that. He wants to get you on the golf course.
We talked last year. He had a back problem. So this year,
Well, he
Daniel,
doesn't.
we're playing. Did he have his hair down,
He
in a
had it-
ponytail,
no,
or up?
He had it down. He said he talked about you giving him the love, and he got a lot of accolades, including some dude that came into Costco just to see what all the fuss was about.
I love it. Yeah, if you ever need glasses, you go to the Costco Central and Secor Road. And I say Secor Road to screw with people too. Anyway, because that's what, GPS says. Anyway, you go in the optical department. Daniel, you can't miss him. He's got awesome glasses. You never wearing the same pair.
Long curly
And he's
hair.
got long, curly, luscious man hair. And he's a really good dude.
So so I told him that we were doing a podcast. He goes, "Oh, I bet you that's interesting." He goes, "My wife and I were like fighting last night." Blah, 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 blah.
That's a good podcast.
He goes, "That's an old married couple thing or something like that."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, we are an old married couple."
That's right. We fight before, after, and sometimes during.
Anyway, so but he popped these right in, got me out the door. I mean, I was in and out of there in like 10 minutes or whatever. Jerry is saying Walmart has $9 frames.
Okay, but they don't have Daniel, Jerry,
Or Julie.
or Julie.
So then I came home and I decided to clean our catio.
Catio.
So if you're looking at your screen,
Oh, wow.
there's a little before on the right, and I'm
After on the
working,
left.
working my way over. And
That looks awesome.
here's the up at the top. So the right side, I know this one's harder, but the ceiling and the,
Oh, yeah. You can
above.
see it, though.
Yeah. So I have a quarter more to go today, and then I got to do the screens and the floors.
All right.
But the reason I bring this up is, do you know what overwhelmingly was the smell as I was wiping down the walls?
I know. Cigars?
Yeah.
Yes. Do I get a prize? Do I get a
No, but I got secondhand smoke.
Do I get a DennyRadio t-shirt, which we're working on, by the way? Anyway, yeah, I was waiting for that. I was. So you got what, a quarter left to do?
So bad.
Yeah.
It was so, and I'm like,
Well, it's good that you're getting it out of there.
If this is what it looks like on a hard surface, what is that doing to your soft lungs?
I don't know.
Inside?
I don't inhale. So then my lungs are beautiful.
And you don't think some of that goes in when you don't inhale?
Tell you what,
Let's cut you open right now and let's see.
I'll think about that later on the golf course when I'm having one. Because I haven't had one. When was the last one I had? Sunday? Monday when I played golf, I had one. And so today.
Maybe the open casket at John's.
Yeah.
We'll have open and we'll,
Oh, yeah.
so people can see.
That'd be great. No, you guys, you have your own challenges. I have my own, just like you. You said you had a quarter left to scrub down. And right after the podcast, why don't you do that after you make me a sandwich? I need some lunch.
R.I.P. that stogie. That's right.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm probably having one today. So no, I flip a coin. I let God decide. I cast lots, people.
Sup,
Den Man and Sharon. Thank you for including Sharon. So many times people go, hey, Denny. And no, on this one, it's Denny and Sharon. 2 to 4, Denny and Chris. But Denny and Sharon here.
Do they say hi, Denny and Chris on the ticket?
We don't get a whole lot of text. You can barely get the station outside of the parking lot of the radio station. So, we're just killing time till Den Man retires.
Thank you, Nurse Terry. She says that looks amazing, Sharon. So do you want to tell people real quick about the t-shirts?
Sure.
We
I
actually
reached out to Rob and Amy at Frogtown Tees and chatting with him today. And did I say Amy? I thought I did. Anyway, talked to Rob, and he is working on a prototype for us to look at. It'll have the DennyRadio logo.
We're going to do white probably.
On the front, and on the back, it's going to be a microphone with the airwaves just on the back, on the neck. It's going to be made out of this material right here, which is a combo of
cotton poly
and rayon.
Yep.
So there you go. So, and we might set up, and maybe we're getting too cocky. We don't know. We're talking about it. Maybe setting up an online store where you could actually go online and buy them.
But we're
going to give some away when we first make some. We're going to give some away. But if somebody wants to buy them, that we may set up an online store, and we may not. I don't know.
Yep. So there you go. So it's going to be a big full front white. We're only doing large and XL, people. Sorry.
Yep.
Because
we all are. We're all XL.
Yeah.
Or large.
Yep. All right.
There you go.
Cindy Lowry.
Happy early Mother's Day, Sharon.
You and same to you.
We got to do a Mother's Day one discussion, and I think I have one for next week, and I forgot what it is, but we're going to do one next week since Mother's Day is coming up.
When is Mother's Day? I don't even know.
Second Sunday in May.
Oh,
so May. I don't know what it is.
Okay. I don't even know.
Yeah. Well, my mom's passed, so it's mainly for you moms that are still alive. It would be May 11th. May 11th.
Oh, so not on your birthday.
Nope. My birthday's Tuesday, which I'll be recording a podcast that day with Claudia and doing a radio show.
All right.
All right. There you go.
Julie wants a t-shirt.
All right, Julie. That? Will you buy a t-shirt, though?
Cindy's saying it's this Sunday.
No, it's not, Cindy. No, it's not. Today is the 2nd. So the 1st is the 4th of May, and the 11th is Mother's Day. Boom. May 11th. Mother's Day, girl.
All day Mother's Day. You see that?
Boom.
Mother's Day, all day.
So if you want Mother's Day loving, I'm here for you, Sharon. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
What?
Pistons.
Oh.
Pistons.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit basketball. Okay, it didn't really work out the way I had hoped. And, we were hoping for, a good first quarter. Didn't get that. I think New York was up by like 15. Jalen Brunson is a beast. I hate him.
You cannot deny that.
Because he's so good. He had 40 points. He hit that 3 right at the end of the game, which sealed the deal. But I have to remember it was a year ago when the owner of the Pistons, Tom Gores, addressed the Piston fans and apologized for, I don't know, mishandling, the Pistons and being so crappy and having the worst record in the history of the NBA, 28 straight losses or whatever it was. And he apologized for putting a bad product on the court. And he said he will do better. And guess what? They did do better. They brought in JB Bickerstaff. They made it to the playoffs. So I'm still encouraged about the Pistons. I am, even though last night hurt because they should have been up 3-2 and they should be going to a 7th game. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. I'm excited to see what happens between New York and Boston.
Is that who they play next?
Yep. I think it starts
Boston.
on Monday night. So Boston, defending champion Boston. I'm excited to see what they do because if New York can take Boston to 6 games or even go 7 or win it, that's a gauge for how good my Pistons are. Because they gave New York everything they could handle and then some.
Yeah, because when you looked at their record, they were not.
Well, no, they were the 3 seed and Detroit was the 6 seed, I think.
Yeah.
They had 8 more wins, 7 or 8 more wins than Detroit. They have more superstars than they have 2 superstars. Detroit only has 1, and that's really it. And Cade played okay last night. He made some mistakes. He kept shooting threes. He wasn't making them.
He has been off the last 2 or 3.
The thing is,
Thompson, I love Thompson.
in New York, he plays better, and the Pistons do on the road. So that tells me that the home cooking is not good for my Pistons. If they would have played all the games on the road in New York, they'd have won the series.
But after
something distracts them.
When the crowd was rallying behind them at that one point is when they kind of took off. Yeah. Wasn't that right after the coach got a tee?
Yeah, I think it was. My favorite part, even though was hoping for a W, was in the fourth quarter when Brunson flopped. And the Pistons, all the 20,000 Piston fans at LCA were all screaming, "Flopper, flopper." That was funny. So there you go.
Some anonymous person actually took out a digital billboard in Detroit that had that. I forgot to. Brunson, you're a mother flopper.
That's it. That was what Jalen Duren said when he flopped against Duren, and he called him that.
An anonymous donor purchased the billboard ads in Metro Toledo that display Brunson, you're a mother flopper.
He is a mother flopper.
So, yeah, but he wasn't so much last night. Isn't that funny?
That is pretty funny.
So he wasn't as floppy last night.
See, back in the day, radio stations used to do stuff like that, be able to turn something around pretty quick and put it up there. And then you could put the station logo up there and all that.
I think it was funny. It's an anonymous person.
Yeah. I don't know. Be funny. Take credit for it, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, good season. Now we got baseball. Tigers won last night. They're in first place. The Tigers have the best record in the American League. Yes. So we got that going for us. And we're only 2 months away from NFL training camp.
And then there's always golf.
Well, it's a little more than that.
And then there's always golf.
Yeah, we got golf coming up and all that.
Do you think Celtics
will exact revenge?
He says will exact revenge on behalf of the Pistons?
I think they're just gonna beat them. They're just gonna do what they do. I don't think the Pistons has any influence. I don't know.
Yeah,
Celtics and Pistons don't like each other, dude. So I don't know.
Tommy, I played 4 years of high school basketball and college and some semi-pro in Baton Rouge and Atlanta. I cannot watch today's NBA basketball is not football without the pads.
Okay. There's Tommy.
There was a lot of that whole shoulder and
there is an awful lot of holding and blah, blah, blah.
They were all very handsy on the court.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why they didn't play so well. They were handsy the night before. Just saying. Yeah,
what's the rim shot? Show me. Yeah.
Right there.
Thank you. Just so I know.
Anyway, I like the bad boys. I like it physical. I just do. Because when I played before my body gave out, I liked playing physical. So I don't have a problem with it. But I know some people are purists, but I'm not. So there you go. So move on. Other things. We got a lot more sports to watch and talk about. And since I work at a sports talk station, it's my show prep. I have to watch these games.
So circling back to Wednesday.
Okay. Wednesday.
Best job, worst job.
Best job, worst job. Yes.
Yep. I completely forgot to talk about my all-time best job besides the stay-at-home mom.
And being married to me.
Oh, that is a job. Trust me.
Full time.
Was working at the Toledo Zoo for 6 years. Some of the best years of my life. Well, that's how we met.
It is.
But man, I mean, just our marketing staff, we were so close. We had so much fun working events together, serving in the community together, the zoo, employee parties, and then we would go out and socialize after work.
Doc Watson's.
I mean, so much fun together. And that, before kids, some of the best years of my life working there. So I got distracted or something. So,
well, you give them their props today.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Take it there. Okay. That's it.
All right. Are we moving on to the discussion at hand?
Yeah. What did Julian say? He said
May 11th today, 15 years ago, my mom went to heaven. Aw. That's Mother's Day.
People know like the day that their mom or dad passed away.
I only know my mom. I don't know when my dad passed. I think he was in October.
He was in October.
My mom passed on Olivia's birthday. It's the only reason I remember it.
I want to say your dad was October 10th.
I think it was like the 19th or something. I don't know. My sister Mary, if she's watching, she'll put it up. She's awesome.
Yeah.
She knows all that stuff. I don't know that. But yeah. Well, and Julian, that's Mother's Day. So, give her some extra love with your prayers and stuff.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. We on it? What's your best example? I say wrong on purpose or on porpoise. The internet gladly chimed in. Of course, some of these are nails on the chalkboard, so we apologize if they drive you nuts. Some of the most popular responses, somebody said they call it the Google, which I do that. That also tells everybody you're old, the Google, or the TikTok. I'll say that to Olivia, and she'd be like, it's TikTok. Anyway, somebody else said they like to say, okay, I've never done this, and this is annoying. They say, I like to give it a goog before I search it.
Oh, you don't like that one?
I don't. That's annoying. Who's ever said that? Oh, look at her. She's going to bank that away.
Yeah.
You know what? Why don't I give it a goog to see
it's
what?
Like, why don't we give it a go? That's what they say over in England. Like, I think, let's give it a go.
Okay.
Give it a go.
Yeah, but goog is short for Google.
I understand that.
Go is go. G-O. Let's goog.
Like Doge, googe.
No, I think it's goog. Google.
Gooch it over.
Let's give it a goog. And how about this one? Strategery.
What is that? Strategic and strategy?
Yep.
Well, actually, that's kind of ingenious. Putting two words together.
I guess it was inspired by an old SNL skit. I don't know what it is. I didn't Google it because SNL isn't funny anymore. It hasn't been for a while. Merlot for Merlot. They pronounce the T, especially at wine tasting to watch, the wine workers or whoever, get them to react. They would create, ooh, Merlot. No, it's Merlot. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but there's probably people that actually pronounce it that way because that's how they think it's pronounced.
Well,
if you're not a wine drinker.
Here's something that I did the other day when when Milwaukee lost to Indiana, and what's his fan? He's Halliburton's dad, John Halliburton, came out on the court and was taunting Giannis after he lost. I kept calling him Giannis because it's G, and as I'm reading it, I keep seeing, and I'm saying Giannis. His name is Giannis. It's pronounced Giannis, like Y-O-N, like Giannis. So the whole segment, I keep saying Giannis, and then all of a sudden somebody called me out on it. He goes, dude, don't attempt his last name if you think his first name is Giannis. Because his last name is Antetokounmpo, or however you say it. One of the listeners. So the whole segment, I'm calling him Giannis, and I know it's Giannis. It's like brain fart. But anyway, moving on. Do you have any?
Well, let's see here. A couple people do. Michelle, my mom, also says Google it on the Facebook.
Okay. All right. That's putting them on a combo together.
Tommy, what browser do you use? Oh, I use Google.
Okay. Isn't Google a browser? I know, what are we on right now?
Well,
That's our browser.
Tommy hates Google. So whether it's a personal thing or whether Google isn't a browser.
Like Firefox. Isn't that a browser? Isn't that what we use?
I don't know.
Because Tommy hates Google?
That's a search engine, isn't it?
Oh,
I don't know.
Google's a search engine. Google Chrome, I think, would be I don't know. Tommy will win because he's brilliant.
Oh, Sandy, listening from St. V's. I'll be listening at 2, even though I'm not much of a sports fan, only baseball and football. Go Tigers.
Sandy, that is awesome.
That is awesome.
You're up for super fan of the day if you're going to listen, watch our podcast and then tune back into me and Chris and our lame little radio roundup show. That's awesome. I'll try to be okay. I got to write that down. Sandy, hold on. I got my show sheet for the show later. Sandy, shout out Sandy St. V's.
Mm-hmm.
St. V's.
She's adorable.
And she is adorable. All right. Thank you, Sandy. You've given me encouragement on a day where I could use some.
Google is a search engine. That's why I said SEO. Ooh, let's go.
Not
SEO.
A browser.
Right.
Okay. There you go.
Here is one of mine.
All right.
I hate when you say it. You got it from my dad.
Besides sandwich? This too shall pass?
No.
That's the greatest advice I ever got.
Crubs.
Oh, we're playing euchre. She hates it. And I do it, especially if we're not partners. If we're partners, I don't say it.
Baloney, you say it every time.
Oh, do I?
Yes.
All right, I need to stop
say
that.
It so much you don't even know.
I need you to focus on the game, girl. Because the kids usually beat us. Anyway, man, we haven't played a while either. You got to play. So instead of clubs, Jack, may he rest in peace, the All-American boy, Jack Armstrong, he'd always say, I'm going to make it crubs. For clubs. Don't know why, but it always cracked me.
Because you saw it irritated me, and then you started doing it just to irritate me.
I think it's funny, and I'm paying homage.
Oh, is that what it is?
To Jack. Giving him a little kiss as I'm drinking scotch playing euchre.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Anyway, crubs. That's it?
That's
all you got? All right, back to me.
Personally, because I can't.
I got a few more.
I was really racking my brain thinking of
sandwich and crubs.
Wait a minute. Someone else said, "Gots to go." Jerry Everson. Gots to go. Jerry said that on Instagram.
Deers. When you see more than one deer, instead of hey, look at the deer, people say, "Look at the deers." Well, if you want to go that far, I'm going to Kroger's
and Myers
and to the doctors. How many doctors are you going to see? You're going to the doctor, moron. Sorry.
Now, are we doing words that we say wrong on purpose? Are we doing words that people mispronounce because I don't know it? Because if you want to go that far, people say real it tour all the time, and it's real tour. There's no I. You don't say docator. It's real tour.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Welcome to English podcast.
Yeah. Well, I butcher the English language. Gee, honest. Anyway, here's another one. It's not rocket surgery. I've never heard that before, but apparently somebody on the internet did. It's all water under the fridge.
Oh.
Okay, that's just annoying.
Well, that's also, I would never want to hear that word as much as we always have.
No, I don't want
water in our house.
Yeah, I don't want to say that at all. Maybe we're breaking the cycle here on this one. Anyway, knock on wood on the condo. Is that what you're talking about? The water issues, every house we've ever owned?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, well, please, Lord. Somebody said my mom would say urethra instead of eureka. Urethra instead of eureka. That's funny. Somebody mentioned they would say Arkansas as Arkansas. I say Arkansas, and that irritated somebody. Matter of fact, somebody called me out on it and just said, stop doing that. It's Arkansas, whatever. Pronouncing Pokemon as Pokemon or Pokemans. So I have to ask Josh on that one because he's a Pokemon dude. pronouncing scissors as skizzers, skizzers to be funny. And then somebody said sandwich, not sandwich, sandwich, says his grandpa used to say it. And then, of course, I wrote sandwich. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't even know where that came from, but I'll try not to be so annoying. How about McDonald's?
Oh.
Okay. What do we got?
Michelle, as we were reading her comment about what her mom says, Google it on Facebook.
Wait a minute. And her mom's watching?
And her mom just tuned in.
Ooh. Sorry about that.
Happy
Michelle.
early Mother's Day, Michelle's mom.
Yeah. There you go.
Love Michelle.
Saying espresso instead of espresso. Pronouncing the X as an X.
Eric on Instagram is saying sophomore versus Southmore.
Sophomore as sophomore?
Because people are actually pronunciating it. They're pronunciating it as it's written. Sophomore as opposed to just sophomore. Freshman, sophomore.
I thought they were both acceptable. Sophomore or sophomore. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I've never heard people say sophomore.
Oh, I've heard it. I've heard it in like broadcast. He's a sophomore from the University of
during lunchtime when you're having your sandwich.
Yes, that you made for me. Then you went out,
and then you woke up.
Somebody says I'm sick of people correcting me whether I say GIF or GIF. Whichever I say, it will be wrong to somebody. So I started calling it GIFs.
Well,
okay,
it is GIF.
No, it's not. It's GIF.
No,
the G is soft. Yes, it is. The guy
because I used to say GIF all the time, and the kids laughed at me, and they said, "Mom, it's GIF."
No, the guy who created them said the G is soft, like Jif peanut butter.
Is that like the basketball player? Was it
Giannis? That's a Y. That's a Giannis. No, the guy who created GIFs, which we all thought it was GIFs, because nobody knew how to say it right. And then they interviewed him, and he said, "Well, to be truthful, it's the G is soft, like the peanut butter. It's GIFs, so it's a GIF, not a GIF." Just saying. Google it. Give it the Goog. See what the Goog says.
Yeah, I'll give it the Goog. Eric is saying it's not Southmore. It's Offmore. It's sophomore.
Sophomore. I don't like it sophomore. I don't know. I thought I always thought it was sophomore.
Okay.
That's what I always said. But Eric grew up on the east side. And remember, he's on pain pills right now because he had shoulder surgery yesterday. So he doesn't know what he's saying. So, hey, Cooch, you golfing with us today, you sissy boy? Get out there and ride the cart. Kathy sent me a picture. I should have. Maybe I'll show it.
No, that's HIPAA. No,
it's not
yes,
HIPAA.
It is.
Oh, stop with that.
You cannot. Eric, do you give his permission to show your picture?
Well, he sent it to me. He knows what I do for a living. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. No, I'm finding it. Anyway.
How about milk for milk?
Milk.
And the pain pills ain't working.
The pain pills ain't working?
He's going to show your picture, Eric.
I don't know where it is.
Oh, well.
Where is it, dude? All right. Well, maybe she didn't send it to me. Maybe Cooch did.
Maybe your pain pills.
I got some extras if you need them, dude. Oh, no, here it is.
Yes, he's given permission, I guess.
There it is. There he is, just getting done with surgery. Does that guy look happy? He does not look happy. He's all drugged up. And check out that belly. Check out his belly action.
Oh my God.
He's got a 6-pack. Look at him. That's Cooch, my little elf friend. Anyway, I love that guy. He's awesome. Anyway, sorry, Cooch.
Okay, so milk.
Kathy will love the heck out of that. All right. Let's see. Somebody said my dad keeps pronouncing the word vegan as vegan, even though I've corrected him many times. Some people got silly with it, saying stuff like, I'm living bi-curiously through you, and self-defecating instead of self-deprecating.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. By the way, this is just a quick little one-off because it made me think of it. I don't remember where this was. Probably Florida. I don't know where it was. But it's going to be my, I'm going to use it on my show. A bit I called Ass Hat of the Day, but I know you don't like that. But anyway, a woman, road rage incident. She got so upset that she got out of her car, went back to the car behind her she was upset with, pulled down her pants, and pooed all over the hood of her car.
Her car?
The woman she was mad at. She pulled her drawers down, pooed, and then pulled her drawers back up, get in her car and drive off. I'm like, that takes road rage to a whole nother level.
Well, maybe she was driving fast to get home because she needed to use the facility.
Maybe so. I don't know. But whatever. The woman behind her upset her. She gets out of the car. That's what she did. I mean.
And someone caught it on video?
Oh, yeah, of course. And there's video and you yelling and all kind of stuff. And there's picture of the poo.
Picture of the poo.
Yeah. It looks kind of diarrhea, like, just saying. I don't know.
Oh, my God. Well, she was
sick.
probably having some issues.
I don't know. But that, of all the crazy things that people do when it comes to road rage, that one's got to be right up there with one. It would be like, okay, if I ever get the opportunity to get back at somebody in a road rage thing, I know what I'll do. I'll poo on their hood.
Shiite.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that?
All right. Irregardless, already talked about that. And this one I never heard before. Screenshot instead of screenshot. Well, I screenshot it.
Is that like I just shit my pants?
Could be. Anyway, there you go. That's what we got.
Okay.
You have any more?
No, I only had the two.
All right.
Because I couldn't,
It's Friday, people.
I just don't try to irritate people.
It just comes naturally. She got mad at me last night watching the Piston game.
Because you were not nice to me. Like it was my fault about the Pistons.
Can I just throw this out here? When you're cheering for your team and you're hoping that they win, sometimes words come out of your mouth that they don't normally come out, in regular conversation. So I got a little intense, but what was coming out of the bathroom was somebody who was trying to, I don't know, what was the goal? To get me to stop? Not sure what the goal was.
I don't even know.
All right. She didn't want to talk about it. So
No. I mean, no, it's fine. You were just. Ugh.
I was very intense.
Yeah. And your intense is intense.
Okay. So it's kind of like when I watch Michigan games, I get very intense. And
even you
and the Lions.
Even you said
and the Lions.
I would almost rather them lose, so I'm not thinking about this. And yes, all the time.
I was okay that they lost because I'm so irritated by Cat and Brunson and New York and the way they play. I just don't like them. Anyway, and so I got into it. Well, then she's like, "Oh my gosh, like what's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I'm cheering for my team." I
did not say what's wrong with you.
Well, yeah, I know, but what did you say?
I don't know. You were just cussing and then you cussed at me.
I know, because if somebody is into their games, and remember, I'm doing it for show prep. I'm watching. I think the best thing to do is just let it go. Just let them
it's
rant
just
and
so
rave.
Like over the top or something. I don't know. What is Michelle saying? Do men not know how unattractive it is when they get so worked up?
Michelle, my days of being attractive to my wife have been gone since, well, I would say September 9th, 2000. That was the day we got married. I haven't worried about being attractive at all. I just try not to be a big, fat, roly-poly dude. That's about it. Other than that, the attractive thing, out the window. Make that a short. Any other questions?
Nope. We ready for the video?
Michelle says she can't stand that. Okay. Yeah. Well, then you don't want to watch a game with me, Michelle, because I am intense. I don't wish I was intense. There's sometimes that I catch myself when I'm doing it, and I'm just like, okay, pop it into neutral, dude, in the big scheme of things. But it is what it is.
Eric, Sharon, I can't believe you let him kiss you with that mouth. Yeah.
Like once or twice a week. What's wrong with that?
Okay. She's still talking. Are we supposed to respond to them when they're asked questions?
No. When they're talking to the TV, no, you don't do that. No, we're getting it out. Why would they do that? Why are they doing that? Okay, when you start doing that at the TV, they didn't get a shot off at the end of the game. I'm like, how can you not have a better play called? And it goes out of bounds. I mean, I know sometimes things happen, but no, it's like a wave. A wave's going to come in and it's going to crash really hard. And then it's going to go back and it's going to be calm. Everything's good. And then here it comes again. Bam. Just saying.
Listen, I've been married to you for
too long.
25 years.
It will be in June. I mean, September. No, that was my first marriage.
Anyway, I don't respond to you. I let you just.
You did last night, and then I turned on you.
Just kept. I know because it just kept going.
Because I was so irritated. I was frustrated. You just can't let me be me. You do you, boo, but you don't really mean it when you say you do you, boo. You, boo.
Monday's topic.
Here we go.
As boomers.
Oh, here we go.
The majority of our audience is
old,
my age and up.
Call it.
With some.
You're not a boomer, though.
No, with some people in between. What do you do to stay healthy as you age? Because, I mean, even at 59, like, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, what? Why am I so sore? And, whatever. And you're like, well, it's old age.
Yeah.
So
that'll be Monday.
So that's Monday. And we have a new sponsor.
Oh, yeah. We
have, yes, we have 2 new sponsors this month.
For the month of May. Yeah. And John Castillo, who is today's our longest running sponsor.
And then we have a new one in June. Well, anyway,
yeah, we do. We have another new one in June.
Yeah.
The Denron podcast is very popular.
Well, if you have a small business or someone that wants to get some publicity without being a lot of money.
Yep.
Okay. Funny video time.
And don't forget to share our video today. Okay. Funny video.
Hello. Yeah. Man, are you serious? Oh, I'm excited. I'm pumped. I can't wait, Coach. I can't wait. Yes. I've been dreaming this all my life. I'm ready, Coach. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Going to assisted living.
There's a different kind of NFL draft. Different kind of draft. That I don't know who sent that to me. I forgot who it is. It might be my buddies from high school because they send stuff all the time. Sometimes it's annoying.
Yeah, that's from Sports Center.
Yeah, that is really funny. Going to assisted living. Love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So Monday.
That's it. What do you do to stay
healthy as you age? So routines, daily, weekly, vitamins, exercise.
I'm a regimented.
You just made yourself a True Rest appointment.
I did. Yeah. True Rest coming to see you, Michelle, on Saturday. True Rest Float Spa. They're doing a Mother's Day 2-for-1. 2-for.
And
Mom would like that.
Well, and one of our new sponsors is an esthetician, and she also has Mother's Day special going on.
Great.
So that's
perfect.
Self-help, self-care.
All right. Share the video, people. Help us take over the world.
Have a good weekend. We'll see y'all Monday.
Denny Shafer. He's an idiot.